going, everybody? This is Darrin with GuitarControl.com bringing you this video lesson, and today I've got 3 fun and easy riffs for you from Green Day. So right now Guitar Control is giving away this really cool free chord chart. There's a link in the description where you can download yours. It's in PDF format and just has every chord that you could ever need all neatly compiled onto one sheet. So you can download it, print it off, put a copy in your gig bag, put a copy where you practice. So just whatever situation you're in, you can have any chord you need at a glance, and it's a free download. So be sure to click on the link in the description for the tabs, and let's get close up and take a look at these. Alright, so the first one we're going to look at is the riff from American Idiot. This one's pretty easy. It just consists of a couple of power chords. So the first one we got is G sharp 5. So when I'm on the 4th fret of the low E string with my first finger, and then I'm picking up the 6th fret of the A string with my 3rd finger, and then the 6th fret of the D string as well. So if you're a beginner and you're having issue getting all 3 of those strings, if you just play the lower ones, this note here is just the same as, it's just another G sharp. So if you miss it, it's not a huge deal. So we play this on, starting on the downbeat of 1. We got 1 and then on the downbeat of 2, we're going to take our first finger and just move it to the 5th fret of the A string, and now we're going to play the low E string open in the 4th fret of the A string, and this is on the downbeat of 2. And then on the and of 2, you're just going to take your 3rd and 4th finger and reach up to the 6th fret of the D and the G string. So it's the same shape, we're just moved up a set of strings. And we hit that on the and of 2, but it's a quarter note. So it's like and 3 and then on the downbeat of 4, we take our 3rd and 4th finger off. So we're back to that, just the opening 4. And then on the and of 4, we're going to come down here. We're going to take this shape that we did here, this G sharp shape, and just move it down. So now it's F sharp. So we're at the 2nd fret of the low E string and the 4th fret on the A of the D string. And we hit that on the and of 4, and then it's tied to the downbeat of 1 of the next measure. So this first measure. And on the and of 1, we hit it again. The downbeat of 2, we come back up to the 4th fret of the A string and the 6th fret of the D and the G again, so it's the C sharp 5. Down to G5, G sharp 5. And then just the first 3 strings open. So if you're playing this slower, that really sounds weird. But when you get it up to like a pretty good speed on it, it sounds good. I mean, it sounds like the riff. Alright, so next one we're going to look at is a riff from 21 Guns. So this one, it's just using the same power chord shapes that we just did in the previous one. So we start off with an F5. So I'm on the 1st fret of the low E string and with my 1st finger, and then the 3rd fret of the A string with my 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the D string with my 4th finger. And these are 8th notes, so it's like 1 and then on beat 2 we rest. So 1 and 2. And then starting on beat 3, we've got this, it's a C over E. So what we're doing is I'm playing the 3rd fret of the A string and the 2nd fret of the D string, but the low E string open. And we hit that, we do the same thing at 8th notes, but this is beat 3, so it's going to be 3 and then we rest on 4. So that's the first measure. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Then we're going to do a D5. So we're just going to take the shape like we did here on the previous one, move it up. So now my 1st finger's on the 5th fret of the A string, and my 3rd finger's on the 7th fret of the D string, and my 4th finger is on the 7th fret of the G string. And again, if you're a beginner and you can't get that note, it's okay, just get these 2 lower ones. Alright, so we hit that 1 and then we rest on 2. So Then we're going to move it down a whole step here to C5. So now we're at the 3rd fret and the 5th fret. And now we're going to just start playing it as straight 8th notes. So it's 3 and 4 and then we move it down a whole step. So now we'll at the 1st fret and the 3rd fret. 1 and 2 and then back to the first chord, the F5, 3 and 4 and. Then up to C5 again on the 4th measure, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So on the downbeat of 3, we're just going to hit the open a high E string, the and of 3 to the 1st fret, and then beat 4 is the 3, and then it just repeats. Alright, and then the last one we look at is Carpe Diem, and this is like the acoustic version of it. So this one here we're going to actually use some fuller chords. So we have a C. So I'm on the 3rd fret of the A string with my 3rd finger, 2nd fret of the D string with my 2nd finger, 1st fret of the B string with my 1st finger, and the G and high E strings are open. So we play this by just a nice strum like that, and that's on beat 1. 1, 2, and. So on the downbeat we 1, and then on the downbeat of 2 we hit just the A string, and then strum the top end of the chord on the and of 2. And then on the downbeat of 3, we come back to this A string again. Now we hit the kind of the middle section of the chord, and then that note, that C here on the 3rd fret of the A string, is beat 4. So. Now we go to an F on the 2nd measure, 1 to a G, 2 to a C, 3, 4. So you got it. Okay, now on the 3rd measure, it's the same as the 1st. Now we're going to go G, F, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the whole thing just repeats. Alright, so there you have it. 3 fun, not too terribly difficult riffs to play by Green Day. So if you like this lesson, be sure to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you have any questions about this or other guitar-related topics. If you've not already done so, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the content that we upload throughout the week. Well, that is all I have for you today. Thanks for watching and have a great day.